Thank you for the kind introduction, and thank you to the NG 911 Institute for the invitation to join you at tonight's award ceremony. I just have a couple brief remarks, shouldn't be more than about an hour, hour and a half, and then we can move on with the program. But in all seriousness, the Institute does tremendous work promoting effective 911 service in communities across the country. And as a regulator in this space, I can certainly attest to the fact that they are a tremendous asset for the FCC to draw on as we look at updating and modernizing our 911 regulations. I know as well that they're a tremendous help to the NG 911 caucus here in Congress, and I want to recognize a number of the Congress members and members of the caucus who have either come and gone or will be coming. I know they have votes tonight, so thank them as well for their leadership on these issues. Patrick, congratulations as well. Like any good family, the 911 community, once you're in it, it is very difficult to get out of the family. Maybe one day you'll extract yourself, but I doubt it. And I also want to recognize and congratulate all of the award winners. Tonight I've had a chance to read up ahead of time on everything you've done to deserve these awards, and it's truly been inspiring. And for my part as a commissioner, I've had the chance to visit 911 call centers in communities across this country, from Florida to Alaska. These are the most dedicated public servants that I've ever met. Yeah. You all are the voices of hope in times of darkness. So thank you for your public service. I want to highlight briefly tonight two of the country's great people who make 911 service available that I've had a chance to meet as I've traveled around the country. First up is Mike. He works at a PSAP in Pasco County, Florida, just outside of Tampa. I had the chance to meet him on a visit with Congressman Bilirakis. Mike's been working there for 3 years. I asked him how he deals with the stress and the uncertainty, never knowing when you pick up that 911 call, what is happening on the other end. He said to me, if you like helping people, there's no better job. I saw that same dedication in another Mike in a place that couldn't be more different than Tampa. Officer Mike is from South Carolina. He told me that he laughs about it now, but he says he was so excited about getting a job in law enforcement in Alaska that he accepted service in Wainwright, Alaska, without ever Googling where Wainwright, Alaska was located. So he stepped off the gravel runway and looked around and thought maybe he'd made a bit of a mistake. You see, Wainwright sits directly on the Arctic Ocean. It's hundreds of miles above the Arctic Circle. The way I got there that day I met him, we flew to Utqiagvik, which is literally the northernmost point in the country, and took a SAR emergency helicopter about 40 minutes to reach this outpost of Wainwright. So Mike works 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. He lives right in the Wainwright police station when he's up there. And he said he heads down to Seattle on his 2 off weeks to try to warm up a little bit. He's the town's only law enforcement officer. He does everything from answer 911 calls to make the rounds. He saves lives and keeps this community secure. So supporting the work of everyday heroes like the two Mikes really is a primary mission for those of us at the FCC. And we're working on a number of fronts to try to do that. One effort we're involved in is implementing Carr's Law, which was an important piece of legislation passed by Congress. I had the chance to work on that issue originally as a staffer at the FCC when I had a chance to go to Texas and meet Carrie's parents, Hank and DJ. And they've traveled around the country being strong advocates for a very simple and powerful idea. When anyone, anywhere calls 911, the call has to go through and reach someone that can help. We've similarly focused on updating our wireless emergency alerts, and this is going to improve location accuracy so that text messages and other alerts can be tailored to precise geographic locations. We as work when the public has trust that they can rely on them to convey life-saving information. So we improve that trust through education and upgrades in technology. So those people, the two mics, are some of the many people just like you that inspire our work at the Commission and make clear that we need to continue our efforts to modernize and update our approach to 911. So thanks again for letting me offer a couple of words, and most importantly, thank you again for your own public service. Thanks.